Right, so hey everyone, and welcome back to another budget photography video. So, I am going to edit some pictures that you are looking at on your screen. I haven't actually gone through all of these, so I don't actually know what they're like, but let's go through them, see what we've got here. Yeah, we got some okay ones, some not okay ones. I just went down actually conveniently to my local lake and took these. Some of them are okay, like this horse one here. These are quite nice, although I do wish I'd got more into this one, more in the frame. But we can have a look at what we've got, although it is quite cold and quite dark, so I'm going to bring the exposure up. I'm going to bring the whites down, I'm going to bring the blacks up, drop the highlights, bring in some contrast, lift some of them shadows, maybe warm it up a bit more, maybe add sort them greens out a little bit. And no, I didn't want to do that. And then we'll go into the colour mix and we'll sort out individual colours, especially them greens. We'll really make that look like an actual field of where it's standing, and that's not going to do anything. Let's have a look at them reds. Let's go back to that green and maybe have a look at the saturation. Oh, God, look at that. Now, that is just horrible. I think we'll have to just draw that back to... Oh, God. We'll put that there. I think we will add in some sharpening because this seems very unsharp in my eyes. Let's have a look at the info. What? I'm shooting at an f4 and it is still quite noisy, isn't it, really? I mean, it's 1,250. It's not too bad. I'm not really proud of that image. It's okay, I guess. These ones I actually had quite a bit of trouble with, as you can see, focusing, because I wasn't actually looking at the screen. I was actually, if I've still got it, yes, there was actually a fence here. I took that just to demonstrate it. So I was trying to get over this little fence thing, and there was only a really, really small hole that I could just about put my lens through. So it was really hard to manual focus for this picture. I appear to have got it here, but it's off center. Blech. Let's oh, come on. There we go. Right. Let's straighten that out a bit. Okay. There we go. And then we will bring in some contrast. I think what we'll do actually is we'll do... I can never remember which one it is. There we go. I always forget which tool this actually is. Bring it down to about there. And we'll bring in some contrast. And we'll drop them highlights. Now that already looks better. We'll lift maybe, drop the shadows. Drop the whites a little bit. Drop the blacks a smidge as well. And I think we'll keep the colour maybe a little bit green. Just like that. And then I think we'll bring it in again, but this time we'll go from the bottom. Although that, I have actually just noticed I'm editing an out of focus one. Oh no, I'm not. It just looked out of focus. Right, so let's just bring that up to the same level. I always bring this bottom line up for some reason. I don't know why. But there. Let's have a look at the lighting. Exposure could be dropped maybe. Bring in some contrast. Drop the highlights. Lift the shadows. The whites. Lift some of the blacks. Add in a little bit more contrast. And then maybe we can make them warmer. And just bring that up to there. Just like that. So yeah, I really like that, actually, to be fair. Although I don't like how it's blown the highlights here, but I don't think I'm going to be able to fix that, if I'm brutally honest. So let's see what else we've got here. I'm not really sure. This one I kept taking at different settings to see what I could get. They're not very good. These were kind of rushed, a lot of these pictures. Now this is a lot better. What ISO is this? Okay, so we have an f11. So no wonder it's quite sharp. And we have actually got that compression because I was shooting at 100mm. So that's pretty good. Okay, so we got still quite high ISO. I should have brought that down. But there's not really much we can do about that, really. So let's just straighten this out. Just like that. And then we will bring the lighting up. Just like that. Now, because we've brightened up the image, it is going to start showing some noise and not become as sharp. So I think before we really go any further, I think we will go into, not the colour, the detailing. We will bring in some sharpness, some noise reduction, some masking, and some colour noise reduction. Now we can go back into the lighting, add in some contrast, drop them highlights, lift, maybe we'll drop the shadows. We'll drop the blacks a little bit. Now there is actually something appears to be on my lens here, just there. So I think what we'll do is we'll bring in some healing. We'll drop the size down. And there, no, I want it to come from over here. And just mask that out. Yeah, it all kind of looks the same, really. There we go. And we'll push done. And that still doesn't look very good. So we'll go back into the masking, which isn't that. It's that one. And we will go just like that, making sure to cover it all. To be fair, I'm not really a big fan of Lightroom's masking techniques. I prefer Photoshop's masking. So normally I would kind of, you know, edit this image and then drop it into Photoshop and then probably finish the edit in Lightroom. So I think we'll actually bring in some colour now. See if we can warm this out. Oh, there we go. Now that looks a lot better to me anyway. And I think we'll go into, not the colour grade. I hate this new colour grading. I want colour mixing. So let's bring up the greens a little bit because we don't really want to go too hard on them. We'll bring up the yellows. There is quite a bit of noise in the background and I'm really seeing it as I'm editing. And I really don't like it. So I think we will just leave that image alone now. I think we'll leave these ones alone. What's this one like? Let's have a look at this. Now this one should hopefully be, according to my settings, no better. So let's have a look if we can zoom in, see what detail. Oh, wow. Now that is actually quite a lot of detail. As you can see, I'm fully zoomed in here. I was a long way away from the animal in question. But I was at 100mm. And that is the detail. Now, yes, obviously, because it's a, you know, I've now digitally zoomed in on the animal, you can see all the imperfections in the image. But that's perfectly fine. So let's just go into that. Let's bring in some sharpening. Ooh, some masking maybe as well. I think we will crop the image, but not as extreme as that. I think we'll go to about there maybe. And I think we will definitely actually straighten that up because that did appear to be a bit wonky to the right-hand side. We'll add in some contrast. We'll lift some of the shadows. Maybe bring the whites up. Oh God, look at that. Bring the blacks up, sort the highlights out. To be fair, I don't think this really needs much of a colouring. I mean, nah, not really. It's quite a nice image, if I'm brutally honest myself. I might just actually take a screenshot of that. Just because I've got loads of pictures in my gallery and I can't be bothered to... It's just easier for me to take a screenshot than sit here and have to bother you guys with exporting it. So, what else can we do? So this was actually a picture of a horse. Well, there's a fair few pictures of a horse. But I don't know if I'd be able to... No, that's kind of falling apart and making the horse look horrible. So there's no real point in that. To be fair, I appear to have run out of images, actually, for you guys. I mean, I've got these ones, but I'm not really happy with them. So maybe I'll leave them for another time. Yeah, I think we'll leave them for another time. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining me in this video, and I will see you in the next one.